Alright, try this again. Trying to get anyone to help me test this game I made, which is basically just steal the flag with some jump. So I made this Roblox game, and actually I regret making this Roblox game. I never liked Roblox because it was very kid-based, and I just don't like kid shit. And I didn't want to make kids games, but then they got this first-person shooter set up, and I was like, ah, I like that. And I said, man, I've always wanted to make a kind of a cross of Quake, old school Quake, and Steal the Flag, TOC. And so I made this system. There's a link, should be a link, that takes you to my.
Your team has the enemy flag.
I added all the sounds. I made the flag system. Um, Made the jump pads. I found the city for free and put it in here. And pretty much made a game. And then I made a leaderboard that's hooked up to my website, which I think is running. Let's see. I don't know. Um, Maybe should I paste it in the chat? Is it in the topic? I don't know. I have to look. Yeah, it's got the network address on it. Okay. So if you go to that link, it will take you to the Roblox page the game is on. But as I was saying, as soon as I made this, which was like 2 months ago, all that
Your
crazy,
team captured the enemy flag.
all that crazy crap, child, whatever you call it, essay or whatever, come out. All the pedo crap come out. And I was like, ah, man, I don't even like telling. It's like, oh, I made a game on. Oh, we're on um, Roblox. Oh, it's like telling somebody as a single person you're going to one of them Indonesia countries where they buy the little boys. I mean, it just seems wrong, sons. Wrong. But anyways, I can't really figure out how to get. I don't want to pay for marketing. I don't want to pay to bring people to play a free fucking game. And I'm just using the weaponry that it comes with. The only thing I really made is this flag system and put a city in here. And these jump pads, believe it or not, these jump pads were hard as shit to make. Um, it was relatively easy because I understand code and I know how to code. I build all kinds of different things. But I wanted to just play with the LAU language, scripting language, because I want to make browser games that you can use like with phones and apps and pads that work within a browser, like Chrome or something. And then you could use like Phaser and other game modules that can actually fit in a browser kernel and do full game systems. But I'm kind of learning as I go again. Things have changed a lot since I took about 5, 6 years away from playing with code, and when you do that, you're in the past. Things progress so quickly. But now, thank God, see, I don't use AI to make stupid pictures of girls and stuff. I use it to teach me stuff. So I get into having it update me on language, coding, different logics. I experiment with logics as well, um, meshing and all kinds of different stuff. Animations. I play with Blender a lot. Um, I make a lot of creations for platforms like Second Life. Have a bunch of games on there. I know how to make all this stuff. I know how to make guns and weapons and velocity and how to propel objects and all that crap. I just, but back to where I was at. I made this stupid Roblox game, and if you, I made it so if you have three people, you can have a medic, and the medic tosses the bags and all that. But I've yet to get three people in here to get to play with the medic. So all I have is the runner, which runs faster than the medic. So at the end of the day, I've got this game I made, but I don't have anyone to test it with. So I keep coming on here live and running around and running my mouth and seeing eventually if I can get somebody to play this game. And I don't blame you. After all the crap that's gone on with Roblox and the pedophilia, I'm not comfortable. I don't even have sound. I don't even allow mics in this game. I'm like, I don't even want to talk to each other. And when I played, I said, oh well, it's gonna be first person shooter where you kill people, so they won't let kids play that, right? They'll have it for older people, and then they put it rated for 5-year-olds and up. I'm like, but you shoot people in the face and kill them, they die. I mean, there's no blood or anything, but they they die, and they're still like, yeah, that's good for a 5-year-old. I'll go with that. I feel like YouTube and Google and all of them were like, I it feels like they try to push people into stuff. Like not so long ago, you have to understand my YouTube consumption is pretty much Bigfoot, aliens, and horror story pods. And that's pretty much it. Some political stuff, very few political shows, but mainly just brain rot sci-fi stuff. And lately, they keep putting 5-year-old girls doing gymnastics, or the not so long ago, like a 6-year-old my leotard haul. I'm like, what? Why would you? Why would you put that in my feed? I mean, I don't want to. I mean, it's not that it offended me or anything. Of course, I just breezed by it, but you just think, why is that in my feed? It's really weird. I mean, it's usually all the stuff that I brain rot on, not children in skimpy clothing. That's just, and even the image for the video was just very, it just looked odd. You're like, da-da-da, Bigfoot, cryptids, the rake. Wait, what? Sassy 6-year-old leotard hall, like, what the hell's going on here? This is retarded. And so, I mean, I think sometimes that these companies are not our friends.
Your team has the enemy flag.
I have a whole website of me stealing the flag over and over. I must have stolen the flag 80 times. I think I found a way to jump on this roof the other day. That's always the fun part of games is trying to find those areas that you can camp out at and catch people slipping. Ooh, there. Oh, I thought I put my wall in place. Look at that. I put my wall too far back. You can tell what kind of game maker I am. Look at this gap over here. Hello. Hey. Backdoor entrance. No. We're locked out. See, this wall was supposed to not be there. It's supposed to be in here. Um, oh, that's another thing. I put this in here, and I don't know how to use this. Like, I don't know how to choose any of these. They're actually more of just a problem than anything.
Your team has the enemy flag.
Now,
Your team captured the enemy flag.
oh, there's a bug right there. I shouldn't capture the flag if I died. But that's the thing. I'm trying to learn some logics in this and some ways to make things. So you can tell though, look at all these gappy areas where I didn't. I'd never made a game in Roblox. Like I literally did this in 2 days. And the hardest part was making the flag system, which I found the TFC sounds open source easy enough. But installing the flag system um, and these jump pads, man, it must have been like 6 hours I failed on jump pads. I just couldn't get it to work. And then I went with the most barbaric scripting on it, and it worked. I was like, oh, I started figuring out more and more and more and more. But then I haven't been able, like, I haven't been able to test it. I just run around here by myself, hoping someone will join. And I moved to England. I don't live in America. Haven't lived there in like 10 years. So my time here, like it's like 6 p.m. in most American places right now, and it's like midnight here. That was another thing when I moved to England. My internet life has totally changed on timing. There's just no one around when I'm around. Well, at least with gaming, the servers are just dead. Or everybody's just leaving. They've been, oh, I've been on all night, going to bed. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like 8 a.m. here. No one's, yeah, everybody's okay. I didn't add damage either on that yet, where you can, I haven't figured that part out. How, see, that should give you damage. Um, but nobody will help me test anything. It's all your fault. Yeah, it sucks is not living in America anymore and still having to deal with the brutal cost of living that America causes in its own country and around the world. Like right now, this gas thing, it's brutal here in England, and it makes the food prices go up and everything else. So every time an American leader does some bonehead thing, I pay twice. I still have an American bank account, investments. I'm a dual citizen. I have a passport for both countries. But as soon as they do something dumb, my retirement account that I've been saving for years starts, those investments start getting screwed. And then everything here starts getting screwed and expensive. It just, it's a pain in the ass. And I live on an income mainly of dollars. And a dollar is only worth 70 cents to the pound. And people treat the pound in England like we treat the dollar in America. Like I try to explain to people when they go, "Oh, well, the English currency is worth more." I'm like, "Not really." And yes, if you're transferring dollars to pounds, you're losing money. If you're transferring pounds to dollars, you're gaining money. But when you're in the country earning and living here, the dollar menu's the dollar menu. The cheeseburger isn't any bigger here because the pound's worth more. It's the same fucking cheeseburger they have in America. The dollar store and the pound store are the same cheap Chinese products. So when you live here and you earn here, the the global difference in the currency makes no difference. A pound here is a dollar at home. Like I said, unless you're me and you're having to transfer them dollars into pounds to pay your bills here, then it takes a lot more American dollars than it takes pounds. Now, if it was the other way around and I lived, look, there's a gap there too. But see, I covered that. Uh, I don't think anyone's going to join tonight, so I'm just going to sit here for a little bit and run my mouth. At least the timer's working. I wonder if the site's working. Let's see. Uh, oh, this is the leaderboard that runs off of it. I hooked it all up. I put how to play the game, but it's really gotten me nowhere. Um, that is true.